A pious and generous merchant who helps everyone who needs him. A young man went to him one day at his dealership and told him that his father was his friend and that he recommended him to go to him in case he needed anything, and that he owed the bank an amount of 3,000 dinars, so they must be paid tomorrow. So the merchant opened his safe and gave the young man the money, recorded the debt in his book, and months later the merchant died. The widow of the merchant looked through his papers, and learning that the young man did not repay the debt he owed, she sent him more than once demanding that he return the money, but he claimed that he had already returned the money and her husband probably forgot to register that he had received it. The widow decided to take the matter to court, and at the hearing the young man did not deny that he was in debt but denied that he had not paid his debt. So the judge tried to make him admit non-payment after he felt that he was lying, and the merchant's widow reminded him of the hadith of the Messenger of Allah: whoever cut an inch of land unjustly, Allah encircles him on the day of resurrection from 7 lands. But the young man insisted on his opinion and swore that he repaid the debt. So the judge ruled not guilty, and the widow said, Allah is my suffice and the best deputy if you are lying. A few days later the young man fell ill and then died, leaving the wife and 2 sons, and the family's condition worsened between worry and disease as the 2 sons faced difficulties in their studies. A month after the trial, the merchant's widow was surprised by a woman dressed in black holding her 2 sons in her hands and saying to her, I am the young man's wife. I knew the whole story, and I know that he did not repay the debt to your husband, and I asked him to repay it to you and the orphans, but he refused, and God punished him with his life for money, and because I am afraid for my children and myself from punishment, I came to you with the amount, and I hope you forgive me and my husband. The merchant's widow was surprised and stood for a while not knowing what to do and say, and before the young man's wife returned home with her 2 sons, she gave her half of the money as a gift to her 2 sons and swore that she forgave her husband and her, and then replied, the judge is alive and does not die, and only he protects the rights of the weak and orphans.
ولا تحسبن الله غافلا عما يعمل الظالمون إنما يؤخرهم ليوم تشخص فيه الأبصار مهطعين مقنعي رؤوسهم لا يرتد إليهم طرفهم وأفئدتهم هواء وأنذر الناس يوم يأتيهم العذاب فيقول الذين ظلموا ربنا أخرنا إلى أجل قريب نجب دعوتك ونتبع الرسل أولم تكونوا أقسمتم من قبل ما لكم من زوال وسكنتم في مساكن الذين ظلموا أنفسهم وتبين لكم كيف فعلنا بهم وضربنا لكم الأمثال وقد مكروا مكرهم وعند الله مكرهم وإن كان مكرهم لتزول منه الجبال فلا تحسبن الله مخلف وعده رسله إن الله عزيز ذو انتقام.